One of my favorite little arguments against the existence of God is proving that if it is all powerful, then that's kind of paradoxical. So you can have this little thing for free. Check this out. If God is all powerful, is it capable of creating an immovable object?
If you've been on the internet for more than 5 minutes, you have probably heard an atheist who thinks they are clever objecting to God by asking if God can create a rock so big that he can't lift it. This is known as the omnipotence paradox, and the idea is that if you say no, then aha, God can't create the rock, so he isn't omnipotent. But if you say yes, then aha, God can't lift the rock, so he isn't omnipotent. So no matter which way we respond, we supposedly have a problem. And the central issue with this argument is that the person presenting it doesn't understand what omnipotence is or what it entails. I will offer two potential responses to this argument. First, the response most people give, and the second, the response that I prefer. So first, theists often respond to this argument by noting that God can't create a rock that he can't lift because the idea of a rock that God can't move is logically impossible. Asking if God can create this is like asking if God can create a square circle. Omnipotence does not entail the ability to actualize logically impossible statements. Thus, we can affirm that God can't create the rock without it undercutting his omnipotence. If the atheist wants to object that omnipotence does entail the ability to actualize logically impossible statements, we can just simply point out that they are attacking a position and a definition of omnipotence that we don't hold to, and virtually nobody has held to throughout the history of theistic philosophy. So congratulations, you misrepresented our position and then you struck down a straw man. But I want to offer a response that is a bit different. I want to say yes, God can create a rock that he can't lift, and even if he can't lift it, he is still omnipotent. Here is how. God can create a rock and then he can just promise not to lift that rock. God, being essentially morally perfect, cannot break a promise, and the fact that he can't lift the rock does not infringe on his omnipotence, because the reason he can't lift the rock is because doing so would be morally wrong, and it's logically impossible for God to do something morally wrong. Omnipotence does not entail the ability to do something morally wrong or do something logically impossible. Thus, God created a rock, he made himself unable to lift it, and he is still omnipotent. So checkmate, atheist.